everybody, look at this free poster I got. Is this the poster for Green Day or World War Z? I can't tell.
I'm scared.
How do we know they're coming?
They're coming. Ready?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, alive and undead. Welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm John Maffio, and today's featured movie is the highly anticipated World War Z, starring Brad Pitt. The plot focuses on Brad Pitt's character, who is a former employee at the United Nations, and he's thrown right into the zombie apocalypse right as it's happening. He and his family are forced to take shelter and refuge, but after an insurmountable situation, Brad Pitt is forced to travel the world to find a cure for this apocalyptic world and save his family from impending doom. Now, in case you weren't informed, World War Z was one of those movies that went through one hell of a production process. It went through several stages, it went through a lot of rewrites. It took a long time to make a finished product. So people were skeptical, I was too, that it would maybe be a really bad movie. And I am happy to say it's not a bad movie. It's the first time this year that I felt transparent and passive about a film-going experience. And even as a fan of the zombie subgenre in horror, I was quite underwhelmed. Having seen an array of movies in this particular genre, the story is very conventional. You've seen it before. Not to say it doesn't have its moments, though. There are quite a few scenes that got my blood pumping, especially the scene on an airplane, which you've seen in the trailers. If you've seen the trailers, it's very intense. The infinitesimal amount of life that World War Z contains is carried through Mr. Joe Black himself, Brad Pitt. He is the only reason this movie has any emotional and cinematic momentum. I genuinely feel like without Brad Pitt, or if there was no legitimate star in this movie carrying the movie, it would be a bleak, bland zombie movie that would be thrown into the pile for people to forget. It's a forgettable movie as it is, but Brad Pitt makes it somewhat watchable. I never truly bought into the family aspect of the movie. The whole thing is that Brad Pitt's a family man, and he's fighting through this film and the story for his family. But you're thrown into the action within the first 15 minutes of the movie, so you never really develop that emotion and attachment for these characters. Brad Pitt's family could have been totally discarded from the film, and it would be no different in my opinion because there was no weight there. I, for one, wasn't concerned with the safety for Brad Pitt's character either. He's not particularly a likable character. Rather, it seems like this film relied more on the stardom of Brad Pitt, the persona of Brad Pitt, to attach onto. World War Z is also full of several anticlimactic moments and other scenes that are unintentionally humorous, especially in the third act. There's one that is a standoff of sorts between a zombie and Brad Pitt, and it felt like some of these zombie actors were trying way too hard to be zombies. Must drink Pepsi. The best thing that this movie has going for it are the zombie action sequences. The action is very entertaining, and even though these zombie hordes are full of CGI and sometimes they look extremely fake and artificial, it's a lot of fun to watch these zombies create anthills, and they're ruthless, they're very aggressive, they will stop at nothing to get to their prey, and honestly there were certain moments where I was genuinely terrified of these zombies. And one of the final sequences in the third act of World War Z was surprisingly compelling and full of tension. It also reminded me of The Last of Us, but I've been playing The Last of Us for the past 3 days straight, so I might have an addiction. Ellie! In a nutshell though, I have to say that World War Z is quite a passive, transparent, and unfulfilling experience. It's not the worst zombie movie out there, not the worst apocalyptic movie out there. It's worth a watch. To me, it feels like one of those movies where if you find it on cable and you haven't seen it before, you're going to hesitate to change the channel because you might get interested, and you might end up finishing the whole movie, and you might end up going, that was alright. But it's nothing special, it's nothing memorable, it's just a passive, entertaining experience. World War Z is an average Applebee's meal, a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Hey, excuse me, I'm sorry, I said medium rare for my burger, not totally burnt, you stupid bitch. So if you plan to see World War Z or you already have seen it, let me know anything about this movie in the comments down below. Did you like it or did you not like it? What's your favorite zombie movie? If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to MaffmanJones and like this video. Also check out Facebook, Twitter, and We Live Film in the info box. I am John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I feel like I'm getting sick, but I might be becoming a zombie. I don't know. I'm very contemplative right now. So this might be my last review. Goodbye.